Welcome to Real Estate Radio with Damon Gettier.
Welcome. We are live. Welcome to Real Estate Radio with Damon Gettier. I'm Brett Sharp. This is our very first radio show, our hour-long radio show, the inaugural. If you hear something that strikes a nerve and makes you interested, you want to list your home with Damon, go to listwithdamon.com, listwithdamon.com, or if you want to get cash offer on your home, go to listwithdamon.com. Damon Gettier, tell us a little bit about you for the listeners who are just tuning in for the first time. I'm sure they've heard your name in the market, but tell me a little bit about Damon Gettier and Associates Realtors powered by Real.
Wow. So August this year, I just crossed the 23-year mark of selling houses.
Dang.
And so,
Have we been working together that long?
Yeah, you don't feel that old until you start counting the years, and then it's like, wow, 2 decades plus selling houses, sold literally thousands upon thousands upon thousands of houses in this market. A market I love, care about, and enjoy working with. And so, yeah, I've been doing that for 23 years. Over the years, you and I, we connected sometime back probably before 2010, started doing business together, started doing radio with you, sold you your houses. Multiple houses, sold them for you, sold them to you, helping you with your investment properties. I mean, it's been a good relationship, and it's been a good ride. It's been like, I've been in this market when it was a boom market, when it was a bust market, when it was a super bust market, doing a boom market again, an okay market, a sliding market, an easing market, a buyer's market, a seller's market. I've been in all the markets. And so the one thing I would say, we can segue into that, is that, everybody in Roanoke's always worried about, I guess it's probably nationwide, what's going on in the market? When's a good time to buy? When's a good time to sell? And my answer virtually never changes. It's when you have the need. And the reason I say that is, from about 08 to 18, we didn't sell many houses to people that wanted to buy a house, because the market crashed in 08 and never really recovered till 19 in this area. And so, we sold houses to people, and it was 6 reasons. People got married, people got divorced, people had babies, people became empty nesters, you had job relocations and death. But those 6 things happen in every market. And it doesn't depend on interest rates. It doesn't depend on market fluctuations. It doesn't depend on market conditions. It just happens. Life happens. And when life happens in those situations, people buy and sell houses. And so the only thing that really changed in the last 15 years is when we finally got appreciation in this market. People started buying houses because they wanted to. But all the other reasons still happened. And so, when's a good time to list a house? When you want to sell one. When's a good time to buy a house? When you want to buy one. Educate yourself. Make sure that you do your homework and protect yourself when it comes to inspections and mortgages and all those things. But when you're ready to buy or sell a house, it's time to do it. If you feel it in your gut, it's time to do it. It's time to do it.
So the moral of this story is, don't wait for the interest rates to change. If you need to do it. Because, and I want to talk about just more into the introduction. I talk about you, and I've been talking about you on my radio show for years, as you said, for what, 15 years?
Probably 15 years. Maybe a little more.
You've been the #1 real estate agent for homes sold since 2013. I get this all the time. Damon probably can't. Damon only deals with high-end homes, right? My home isn't worth as much for him to even fool with. That's not the case, is it?
That is not the case. I tell people all the time, and please don't take it the wrong way, if someone wants to pay a commission to sell a doghouse, I'll sell a doghouse. I'll sell a single wide trailer, sell a double wide trailer. It does not matter. And likewise, we buy them. So we buy and sell anything. If it's affixed to land, if it is real estate, we will buy or sell it. It's, the only thing we can't sell is we can't sell single wide, double wide trailers that have not been converted to real estate. But if they've been converted to real estate, because when you buy
what does that mean? I don't even know what that means.
So when you buy a single wide, double wide trailer, manufactured home, it is a trailer. It is considered by DMV a vehicle until the title is surrendered to DMV and it's affixed to the land.
Ah, gotcha.
So once that happens, then we can sell it. Until that happens, we would have to have actually a car dealer license to sell it.
That's crazy.
Because it is a vehicle until the title's surrendered and it's affixed to the land. We can sell the land, we just can't sell the double wide or single wide on it until it's affixed. Once it's affixed that way, then we can sell it. And it doesn't matter to me. It's like everybody in this world, everybody in life is in a different position. And my job is to help those people transition to where they're trying to go, where they're trying to sell it, where they're trying to buy it. That's my job, is to help them transition.
So just as an example, so when I say the #1 real estate agent for homes sold since 2013, what would be like a lower range of the home and what would be the upper range of the home? What's the lowest price house you've listed or sold?
$4,000.
$4,000.
$4,000.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I won't get into specifics. So what about the high end?
Million plus.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So you'll literally do cabins to castles.
And I really do not care. You know me. It's not about I don't ever focus on the dollar volume. I focus on the units. Like I look at check boxes, okay? And a house sold as a check box, it's a win to me. Doesn't matter what the price is. A house sold as a check box. My goal is to fill as many check boxes in a year as I possibly can.
So tell me about, because I also talk about on my radio show that you're ranked top 25 in the nation with Real. What does that mean?
Well, Real, which is a national real estate company, which I'm a member of. I'm an agent with them. Their rankings, they put them out every quarter, and I'm the top 25 of all real estate teams in Real.
Meaning homes sold.
Meaning homes sold, yes. That's just units sold.
You have agents who work for you. Do you still sling homes? Do you sell homes?
I do some.
But you have agents who have sold a home every week for a year.
I've got 4 agents currently that have sold a house on average every single week for the last year.
That's amazing.
I've got one that's getting ready to. It's funny because we meet with the agents and we coach them and help them and teach them the industry and how to be more successful in their craft. And I have one that we were meeting with him last week, and he's on pace to hit 50 by the end of October. And so I was like, all right, readjust. Like now you're going for 60. And the reason is mentally people start to coast when they get near their goal. And he's not a coaster. I don't want him to be a coaster. And so he'll probably my guess is he'll hit 62, 65 houses this year.
Yeah, drinks set on coasters.
Exactly.
We don't want that kind of coaster.
We don't want a coaster. No.
So, I'm not trying to turn this into, a 15-minute commercial for Damon Gettier, but you list homes and you also buy homes. I've also talked about you buying homes in, I think that I recall Pulaski, Roanoke County, Roanoke City. When I say you buy homes, what does that mean? Cash offer on homes.
My goal in the real estate industry is to be the consumer's real estate decision. Like I am their solution. And it doesn't matter what they're looking for. If they're looking to list their house, we can list their house. If they're looking for someone to buy their house, we'll write a check and buy a house. If they're looking for an auction, we can handle an auction. If they want to rent out their house, we have property management. We'll property manage their house. Like if you have a house, if you have a property, we are your solution. Like it just depends which hat I need to put on to solve your issue to get you where you need to be, but I am your solution.
So how many agents do you have working for you right now?
About 20.
20 agents?
20 agents, yeah.
And what markets do you cover?
We cover, we say Central and Southwest Virginia. So anywhere from Appomattox, Amherst, Alta Vista, all south, all the way west. We cover Lexington, Stanton, Augusta, Greater Augusta, Harrisonburg, all the way to West Virginia, and then all the way south to about Abingdon. Cover Floyd, New River Valley, Pulaski, Giles. We buy a lot in Pulaski. Like on the Damon Buys Houses side, we buy a lot in Pulaski. It just seems to be a spot where there's a lot of opportunity.
Well, and when you buy a home, I know just from working with you for a long time, because Damon and I also own a business together called Sharper Radio, where we buy advertising for real estate agents outside of the market. But I know this from you. When you buy homes, it cuts out all of the showings and listings, and it cuts out the commissions, right?
It does. So when we buy houses, we're offering a solution to a problem, and it depends what the problem is. Sometimes the house is in disrepair. A lot of times the house is inherited and it hasn't been kept up for a while, and the heirs just need it dealt with. They just need it to go away. And we'll do,
or they're emotionally connected and they don't want to have to fool with it or whatever.
Correct. Right? Yeah. And there's all kinds of scenarios we go through. Sometimes that we help them with estate sales so they can sell everything in the house. We work with auction companies where they can sell everything in the house, and then we deal with the house. Sometimes they just want to hand the keys and walk away. They don't want to clean it out. They don't want to do anything. We've had houses that we spent weeks getting all of the possessions out of the house because whoever lived there might have been a hoarder or whatnot. And it's like, we're solution based.
Oh man, I bet you've seen it all too, haven't you?
We have. You see everything from the great to the not so great.
What's the grossest thing you've ever found in a house? Can you say?
We have purchased houses that people were deceased in that they didn't get found for a while.
Oh.
And that is a sad, unfortunate situation, because usually it's because there was no loved one near enough or cared enough
to check.
Yeah. We see a lot with dog feces. There's one that my partner Jay, he went and looked at yesterday, that in the basement there were, I don't know, I can't even give a number. 300, 500, 1,000 piles of dog food down there.
My gosh.
You see a lot of that.
You make Jay deal with that stuff though, right?
Yeah, that's a Jay thing. That's a Jay thing. Sometimes I send Christina, my videographer, there too. I'm like, yeah, you'll enjoy this. It is what it is. And you don't judge people because you don't know what's going on in their life. Yeah. Like not maybe a decision I would make, but I haven't walked in their shoes and done what they've done. So
what about the coolest thing or the most expensive thing you've ever found? Like when you busted out a wall, did you ever find a dozen Krugerrands or a pile of cash or anything?
There was this one house that some people rumored it was Russian Mafia in, but when we tore out the walls, it was filled with gold. No, Brett, we don't ever get that stuff. That's only seen on TV. No.
I was starting to get excited.
No, that's only seen on TV. No, we've never run into anything ultra cool or something like that. But I mean, if we found something like that, we would. I'm a firm believer in treat somebody like you want to be treated.
Karma.
So like karma's real, and it comes around, and sometimes you're there to see it, and sometimes you're not. And so if we found something of value like that, and we would just call the people up and say, hey, did you know this was here, and give it to them, because it's the right thing to do, and I don't want that karma coming back around and smacking me.
No doubt. Well, I wanted to get just a little background on you for the first segment, because we're going to talk about real estate, and we're going to talk about stuff that hopefully you'll, as a listener, you'll be interested in. I mean, things like tips, tricks, and hacks for selling your home, what you prepare for when you're getting ready to sell. We've got listener questions that we can answer. So if you want to reach out to Damon Gettier and his crew, go to listwithdamon.com. That's listwithdamon.com. Coming up in the next segment, we'll talk about some tips, tricks, and hacks for selling your home.